Drake, graduation is a week away. Your mother and I have decided to keep it a small affair, as we will be hosting a mating ball for your 18th birthday, so think about who you want to be at your graduation, other than pack members. Also, keep in mind that whoever you choose will more than likely be traveling twice in a very short amount of time. Dinner was being served during this conversation. Mimi and Papa Sutter for sure. Jesse pipes up. Adrian and Kina would be nice. James says. The Alpha and Luna from High Crest Pack, Lucas and Jewel with their 2 kids, Josh and Leah Shaw. Jesse chimes in. What about Alpha Ty and Luna Tara from Cold Moon Pack with their twins, Blake and Blaine? Lissa says. The twins nodded at her suggestion. There's the Alpha and Luna from Dutchwood Pack, Shane and Avery with Colton and Janica. Liam puts his 2 cents into the mix. Again, the twins nod. Jesse, good. I think that is a good mix of people. Nobody is fighting with anybody in that grouping, so it should be fun. Carla, Keska, is there someone you wish to add? I watch as she looks at me like I have 2 heads. No, why would I? This is for James, Jesse, Wyatt, and Star. If anything, you should be asking them who they want, it has nothing to do with me. She says with no emotion in her voice at all. Jesse, I make a sour face at Mother's question to Keska, and I feel a link push at me from James. Stop it, Jesse, everyone else has added someone, leave it alone. This is for us, not her, she shouldn't get to have a say. I close the link. Liam, Kes, what's wrong? Ever since you and Lissa were 5, they have ignored me, and now suddenly, they want my input? Why? It's going to take more than asking me who to invite to something that is clearly set for James and Jesse. No, thank you. You can tell me if there is someone you want invited. Nice try, Liam, and thank you, but no, if they can't think of one of the most important people that should be at this event. I am not going to tell them. She closes the link to me. I opened a link to Mom. Mom, what's going on with Keska? Dear, there is an issue between Jesse and Keska, and it's not good. Why is she being mean or rude to you? No, just not her usual self is all. Sorry, dear, just give her some time. She did say that you're missing someone important from the guest list, though. Did she say who? No, I closed the link. Lissa, I opened a link to Liam. Why is Keska being such a bitch? She isn't being a bitch, but if you had to put up with Jessie dumping all her shit on you, how would that make you feel? And Jessie has been getting away with it for years. Keska is just standing up for herself finally, and you are calling her a bitch for it? What's wrong with you? What are you talking about? Jessie hasn't done anything. No? Then why does Keska have to do a week of hard training with the elite warriors, and Jessie got off easy with no cheerleading? Does that seem fair to you? Or weren't you paying attention? Plus, Kes loses a week of summer break to have to do that hard training, and if you think that Jessie hasn't done anything, go hang with Jessie for that week and see what she does. You're just being mean towards Jessie and sticking up for that brat. And what you just said about Kes constitutes as bullying, but you don't bully, right? I just closed the link and glared at him. Keska, may I be excused? I am done. I had to get away from the tension-filled atmosphere in the dining room. I felt like I was choking. I noticed that Lissa was glaring at Liam. I opened a link to him. Liam, don't fight with Lissa, she will take Jessie's side of things, and you will end up on everybody's shit list. I closed the link. I know that there was a lot of linking going on at the table, but I was keeping my mouth shut. I wasn't going to be the reason that Jessie and James were going to protest about me wanting someone at their graduation party. Plus I was trying to figure out how I was going to survive the night in question without any issues with the twins in question. Drake, I am watching the linking going on at the table, but I am not going to interfere with any of it. Then Keska asked to be excused. Yes, is all I can say to her. I just don't know how to reach her right now. I watch as she gets up with her dishes and heads towards the kitchen. I feel exhausted from the day's events, and I just don't know where to turn, to even start to get a handle on things. Keska, I wake up the next morning, go to my bathroom and do my business, then head downstairs for breakfast. Good morning, Sarah, I say as I enter the kitchen. Good morning, Kes. I was wondering, do you have the menu worked out for the twins' graduation? Not yet, I don't know how many extras are coming. Oh, I thought they would have given you that last night, they were discussing it at dinner, but anyway, I am here to offer mine and Mackie's services to be kitchen help that day and service help for the evening. And how does Mackie feel about you offering her services without her knowledge? Sarah asked, raising an eyebrow at me. She won't mind, it will keep us busy and out of sight for the most part of the party goers, you know, out of sight, out of mind. I quipped at her. Just then, the kitchen door opens, and Mom comes in. Carla, Sarah, I would like to have breakfast in the family dining room this morning. Yes, Luna. Casca, what do you have planned for the day? I asked her. Well, Mackie and I were thinking of going to do the rounds, checking on the seniors, and then maybe head over to Nana's to run the obstacle course. What do you mean, check on the seniors? I asked her, a bit confused. Mackie and I run errands for the seniors who are housebound, and those who don't necessarily want to do the errands themselves. She says with a nonchalant tone in her voice, like she has done it for years. How long have you been doing that? Since we were 9 and could handle a shovel. Then she turns and takes the juice pitcher from Sarah and walks out of the kitchen, leaving me staring at her back, shaking my head in wonder. Carla, after breakfast, Sarah, I want to go over the menu for the twins' graduation party. Yes, Luna, Casca had mentioned that to me. Again, I stood dumbfounded at how she was on top of everything. I left the kitchen and headed to the dining room. I linked the kids, and Drake breakfast is being served in the dining room this morning. I soon heard them all coming downstairs. Drake, so, what does everyone have planned for today? I asked the table at large. My friends and I are going to the mall to do some shopping for the party, Jessie states. Are you going to take Lissa with you? Sure, if she wants to come with us. James, what about you? I asked him. Wyatt and I are going to be with next year's team, practicing, and then we will probably hit the mall to see if we can find something new. Are you going to take Liam with you? Happy to take him. Thanks, but I really don't need anything new. There are things that I haven't worn much, so I can just pick something from my closet. Liam states. Are you sure? I asked him. Yeah, Dad, I'm sure. Besides, I will probably need a whole new wardrobe before next school year, so I will save you guys some money. What do you have planned to do today, then? I think I will hang out with Casca and Mackie today. That totally shocked me. I was not expecting that, and from the look on Casca's face, she wasn't expecting it either. Casca, I'm not going to be doing anything interesting today. Liam, are you sure that you really want to hang out with me? I asked my little brother. Yeah, I'm sure. I link Mackie. Hey, are you okay with Liam tagging along today? Yeah, I guess, if he really wants to. Not super sure, but he says he wants to. Does he know that he will have to ride his bike? I will make sure he knows. Liam, we will be on our bikes all day today. I tell him at the same time I closed the link with Mackie. Okay, cool. I just shake my head, with a half grin on my face. I open a link to Nana. Nana, Liam will be with Mackie and me today. That's fine, dear. I close the link. Liam, I noticed that Dad didn't ask Casca about going shopping, or even what she had planned for the day, like he asked everyone else. I am starting to see why Casca calls him father and not dad. He treats her differently. Casca, with breakfast over, I take my dishes out to the kitchen and rinse them. Ready to go, Liam? I asked him. Yep, let's go. We hop on our bikes and head over to the Gamma's residence to pick up Mackie. We're here. I link Mackie. On my way. She comes out a couple of minutes later. Carla, Sarah, we will be hosting High Crest, Cold Moon, and Dutchwood packs for the twins' graduation. It will just be the Alphas, Lunas, and 6 kids. Well, they aren't kids anymore either. Is there anything special that you would like me to make for the celebration? I would like that flank steak that you make, cut into strips and wrapped around cheese cubes in hors d'oeuvres portions, and the gourmet crackers. Dinner will be your famous chicken and white wine sauce with all the trimmings. Liam, hey. Hey Liam, why did you want to come with us today? I just wanted to hang with Kes today and didn't feel like being around James. Okay, but we aren't going to be doing anything special today. I know, she told me. Casca, let's get going. I think Mrs. Cranston needs her herbal supplements refilled today. Okay. They both say at the same time. Carla, after I went over the menu with Sarah, I linked Mother. Are you busy? Not at the moment. Why? I need to talk with you about Casca. Okay, but I don't know how I can help with anything that might have to do with her. Did she tell you that Jessie rejected her? Yes, she did the day it happened. Why didn't you tell us? Would it have done any go? OD? You would have stood up for Jessie, and the results would still be the same as they are right now. You and Drake have let the older twins walk all over the two of you, and you are letting the younger ones do the same as well. At least Liam will be worth his birthright, because as far as I can tell, James is not. Mother. What? I only call it like I see it, and right now, I don't see much in James. Hopefully, when he goes through his alpha training, he will grow up and take responsibility for his actions, because if not, this pack will go downhill fast. She closes the link on me. Liam, By lunch I was tired and hungry, my legs hurt from keeping up with them all morning. They not only refilled Mrs. Cranston's supplements, which was a trip to the pharmacy and back which was 4 blocks one way, but then they each mowed 2 lawns, albeit small, but 2 nonetheless, then helped clean 2 other houses, again albeit small, and with each new place we went she introduced me to the pack members, then they were done. I don't even think James could have kept up with them, and they each got paid around $20 to $30 after every job, even though they said no every time. Now what are we going to do? I asked. We go put our money in the bank and then we go to Nana's for lunch and run the obstacle course. Cass tells me. What obstacle course? Nana doesn't have an obstacle course. I say to her. Yes, she does, and she is teaching Mackie and I how to run it, and every few days she changes it up on how we have to run it. She tells me. Okay, let's go, I'm hungry. They both just chuckle at me. Keska, after spending the rest of the afternoon at Nana's running the course and coaching Liam through it, we parted ways with Mackie and headed home. Did you enjoy your day? I asked Liam. Is this what you guys do every weekend? Not every weekend, but yeah, most weekends, different pack members, different small tasks, keeps us busy and out of trouble for the most part. I tell him. See? And I come with every weekend? He asked with that bit of excitement in his voice. I think we can manage that. I tell him. We reached home in time to clean up and have dinner. Carla, I hope things have calmed down after yesterday's chaos. I just want a nice quiet dinner with everyone at the table and no fighting. But with the situation between Jesse and Keska I don't know if that will happen, and after my conversation with my mother, I just don't know when everything got so out of hand with the two of them. Shaking my head, I call them all down for dinner. I did tell Drake what my mother said, and he was not happy that she didn't inform us and let us be blindsided by everything. Drake, I am the last to enter the dining room. I want to see how they interact and how they treat each other. Before I enter the room, I see that Keska waits to sit after everybody else is sitting, then she moves to take an empty chair away from everyone. I just shake my head. The only one who has interacted with her is Liam. Well, did everyone have a good day? I ask as I enter the dining room. Well, I believe next year's team is going to make a strong showing. James says, good, it helps to build self-confidence if you can win 1 or 2 right out of the gate. I say. And how did your shopping trip to the mall go? Did you find anything for graduation? I asked him. Yeah, both Wyatt and I found nice suits for the ceremony and the party. Good, and how about you, Jesse, Lissa, did you have any luck shopping? Yes, we did, I hope you don't mind, but I asked Jessie if we could bring Demi with us, and she didn't mind. Lissa states. No dear, I don't mind as long as everyone got what they wanted. I tell her. I think Jessie went a little overboard, but yeah, we had fun. She says with a grin on her face. Hey, I did not go overboard. Jessie states. Keska, I knew father would ask Liam about his day as well, so I sent him a quick link. When father asks you about your day, just, please. Tell him we ran an errand for Mrs. Cranston, he doesn't need to know what it was, everything else is up for grabs. Okay, no arguing. I chuckle at the girls. Liam, after getting Keska's link, I was waiting for Dad to ask me about my day. I then turned to Liam, and what did you do today? I went with Kes and Mackie, we ran an errand for Mrs. Cranston, helped the Blanchards, Josephs, Cases, and Wentzes with their yard work, and then helped the Prestons and Seaberrys turn their mattresses, and clean their homes, dusting, and vacuuming. Then, after all that, we had lunch with Nana and ran the obstacle course. That was a full day, you did good, I commend you for helping the elder pack members. I say to him. James, since when did Nana get an obstacle course? And how come I didn't know about it? I don't know, ask Nana. Liam answered, but Mackie, Kes, and I had a blast running it, and Nana would change it up on us just to keep us on our toes. Liam says with excitement in his voice. I look at Dad, did you know that Nana had an obstacle course? Actually, I did, I saw part of it when I gave your sisters their punishment last month. I link Kes. How long have you known about the obstacle course? Since she put it up, the Monday after Adrian's ceremony. Why didn't she say anything? I don't know, that is something you will have to ask her. And you have been working on it this whole time? Yes. Why didn't you say anything? Not my place, if Nana wanted you to know I'm sure she would have told you. I close the link. I feel hurt that she didn't let me know about it. LAIM, hey, Kes, can I hang out with you again tomorrow? I asked her. I don't care, but it won't be like today was, Mackie and I have lessons tomorrow, and then we will go to Nana's, so I don't know how much fun that will be for you. She tells me. Drake, what lessons are you talking about? I asked her. I am taking a martial arts class. I don't recall getting a bill or receipt point for a martial arts class, nor signing any type of permission slip for one. I said to her. That's because I didn't need one, and I am paying for it myself. She tells me with no emotion in her voice. How are you paying for it? I have been doing odd jobs around the pack for years and have gotten paid for them. Again, she answers in my direction without eye contact or much emotion. Liam, cool, can I come watch? Maybe I might want to take it too if I see how it's done. I say to her. I will have to ask the master. Liam, there is something you must understand. It is in the human world, not ours. That is why I didn't say anything about it. I know father wouldn't have let me do it otherwise. I just looked at her, I was shocked. Keska, I knew father wouldn't let me go to the human town, and if he realizes that I have been sneaking out to go there, I will have a punishment all my own. Oh well, at least I will have earned that one on my own. May I be excused? I am done with dinner. Drake, yes, is all I can say to her. Since dinner is done, I link our head warrior, Mitchell. Do we have any martial arts classes anywhere? That you know of? No Alpha, not on Packlands technically. There is a dojo about a half-mile up the road. It's that old storage warehouse that the humans use for a while, and I believe that it's on Packland, but not sure. That's run by an old Chinese master. Thank you, Mitchell. You're welcome, Alpha. I am going to have to put someone on Kess just to find out what she does, where she goes. She clearly is not going to tell me anything by asking her. Keska, I link Mackie. Hey, Liam wants to come with tomorrow. I know I will have to call Master Cho to get his permission, but what do you think? I don't mind. Oh, and I might be in trouble again, only this time it's all on me. What happened? Me taking the Aikido class came out at dinner, and because it's in the human realm, there could be repercussions. Well, we will just have to wait and see, I guess. Yeah. I'm going to call Master Cho to ask him about Liam. Good luck. I close the link and call Master Cho. Hello? Hello, Master Cho? This is Keska. Yes, Keska, what can I do for you? My little brother wants to sit in on tomorrow's class. I told him I would have to ask you. Can he sit quietly and not cause an issue if his sister gets put on the mat? I will make sure he knows. Then I do not mind if he comes to watch. Thank you, Master Cho. Welcome. Bye. Bye. I opened a link to Liam. I called Master Cho. He said that as long as you can sit quiet and not make a fuss when I hit the mat, he doesn't care if you come to watch. Thanks, Kess, and I'm sorry if I got you in trouble. Hey, don't worry about it. If anything comes of it, at least it's all on me, and not something James or Jesse did. But I have some studying to do. I have a couple of finals on Monday. Yuck. I know. I chuckle at him and close the link. I study for my final until around 8:30. Then go to bed. Drake, after breakfast, I link our best tracker. Darius, I need you to follow Keska. I want a full report on where, what, and when. Make sure she doesn't catch you. Got it? Yes, Alpha. Keska, Liam and I head over to Mackie's to pick her up for Aikido. We are going to be on our bikes again today. Are you going to make it? I asked Liam. I will be fine. He tells me. Did you know you have a shadow? I got a link from Mackie. Was not for certain, but figured it was going to happen. Ready? I ask out loud. Both Liam and Mackie acknowledge, yes, and we take off for the dirt road that cuts through the copses of trees that run behind the cottage houses. Once we get close to the border, we take a path that Mackie and I have made over the years by continual use. It runs right up to the barrier of the border. There is a small gap that we wedge our bikes through and then crawl through and get out on the road about 50 yards up from the gate, and head FO. Or the dojo that's about half-mile up the road from the pack gate. Liam, Keska, we are being followed. I linked my sister. I know, Mackie caught him before we even left, just ignore him. I'm pretty sure father set him the task of following me. Keska, we make it to the dojo in about 20 minutes after we hit the paved road. We entered the dojo. I showed Liam the boys' locker room and restroom, then pointed out the girls' locker room and restroom. Mackie and I have to change into our GIs. You can go sit on the bleachers, and when we come out, I will introduce you to Master Cho. I tell Liam. Okay. And he walks back to the front of the studio. Keska, after Mackie and I got changed, we headed back out front. I walked over to where Master Cho was waiting to start class. Master Cho. I bow to him. Yes, Keska? I would like to introduce my brother to you if I may. Of course, it would be an honor to meet him. I waved my brother over to where we were standing. Master Cho, this is my little brother Liam. Liam, this is Master Cho. I made the introductions. Master Cho shakes hands with my brother. I trust you can observe quietly, young man, and not cause a scene? Yes, sir. Good, you may go take your seat. We spent the next 90 minutes learning our form and moves and counters, takedowns, and submissions. Then, after class, Mackie and I practiced for our next belt color for about half an hour. When Master Cho said that he had to get ready for his next class. Liam, now what are we going to do? I asked the two of them. We head home and hope we don't lose our tail. Mackie states, and Kes just laughs. Okay, let's go. Hey, by the way, when do we eat lunch? They both laughed at me. What? I can't help that I'm a growing kid. I state. Come on, let's go. Kes says. We jump on our bikes and head back home. At about 50 yards up from the gate, they slowed down and caught the path that was barely visible, back through the barrier, and when I thought we would add to Nana's, they took the dirt road to the right. Hey, where are we going? I called out to them. Archery range, Kes calls back. Darius, as soon as we get back onto Pack Lands I link the Alpha we are back and yes she did leave Pack Lands, but not too far off. Just a half-mile up the road, I watched through a window and she is indeed taking an Aikido class, and now they are headed to the archery range. Stay with them until they either come to the pack house or go to Lily's. Yes, Alpha. I close the link Keska. I know we still have our tail, I have caught his shadow, not really him, but I am not going to say anything. Hey Kent, we need to rent a couple of bows today and the arrows. I call out to Kent as we enter the shop and head over to the counter. Be right there. Kent calls back. Hey Keska, you said you needed to rent them today? He reiterates as he comes from his storage area. Yeah, we were at the dojo this morning, and we can't have weapons with us there. So today we need to rent them. Okay, here you go. And let's hope we don't have a repeat of last month. He says with a chuckle. What happened last month? Liam asked. There was a rogue attack that if your sister and Mackie hadn't been here to catch early, we would have probably lost some lives, but thanks to their quick thinking, very few people even knew about it. Kent tells him. Wow, that is so cool. He says. We practice for about an hour, then turn everything back in and head to Nana's for lunch and to run the course. Darius, Alpha, they are headed to Miss Lily's. I link him. Okay, thank you, Darius, I may need you again next weekend, I'm not sure yet. Okay, Alpha. I close the link. Keska, last week of school, yeah. I have 2 finals today, and the rest of the week is just a sail through. Friday will be graduation, then 2 weeks after that is my 16th birthday, and a week and a half after is James and Jesse's 18th, and the next month will be Lissa and Liam's 14th. I just want this week to be over with so I can get to my punishment. I know that sounds crazy, right? Who wants punishment? But when it involves training I'm all for it, bring it on, and we will also be going to get the car. I have to ask Nana if I can store it at her house until maybe Jessie finds her mate. I still don't trust Jessie not to try and mess with it, knowing that it is mine. I get up and go to my bathroom and do my business and get dressed, head downstairs, and get breakfast. Good morning, Sarah, what's for breakfast this morning? I have bacon-wrapped medallions, scrambled eggs, and toast. Sounds yummy. Sarah smiles at me. I help set the island up for breakfast and then help Sarah serve. I head out to meet up with Mackie and head to school. After my 2 finals, which were basically testing to make sure I was ready for my junior year, the rest of the week flew by. Both James and Jesse apologized to Mr. Rickman about breaking his window. Mr. Rickman, thank you for the apology, young Alpha, but you should have come forward before now. You need to apologize to your sister for making her take your punishment. She never did apologize for it, come to think about it, and always said she did not break my window, but she did everything I asked, told, or needed her to do for 2 full months. Did you know that? You have lost some of my respect, young Alpha.